Hey kids, if you think big construction sites are really cool, you won't want to miss any of the exciting videos from Popular Mechanics for Kids. Join Mike and his friend Pop as they learn what it takes to build skyscrapers, bridges, tunnels, and spaceships. In How Do They Build Skyscrapers, you'll see lots of awesome machinery in action. And you'll learn how builders create some of the biggest structures on Earth.
So, Pop, there's one thing I'm not clear about. How do all those workmen know what they're doing?
They work from the plans. Here's a set. Nice to see I haven't lost my touch. Well, after they build the foundation of the building, it's time to build the frame. The frame is just like a giant erector set. Steel beams and columns called girders are lifted high into the air by a crane, where they are bolted together to make a huge skeleton of a building.
It is just like a giant erector set, Pop.
I told you. The builders who frame skyscrapers have a very dangerous job because they're up so high. Now, they can't be afraid of heights, and they have to have very good balance.
Ever wonder how they build tunnels? Well, now you can find out. In How Do They Build Tunnels, you'll see giant drills boring through tons of rock. And you'll learn how tunnels are built underwater.
After they dug a big trench in the bottom of the harbor, they brought the tubes out, 2 at a time, into the harbor on these barges. Check this aerial view out now. See, this is a crane that lowers the sections into place.
No, it's just like a computer game.
You're right, Mike. It's exactly the same kind of picture. Check this out. Looks like the back end of a jet engine.
Is that what the inside of the tunnel will look like when it's done?
Hey, you catch on quick.
Think it's cool to drive over the water? Then you'll want to check out How Do They Build Bridges.
Yikes! Did anyone get hurt?
Phew, luckily, no. But the builder of this bridge learned a big lesson about what wind can do to a suspension bridge.
Hey kids, check this out. We're at a real live construction site where workmen are building a beam bridge called a fixed span bridge. The bridge is being built so the road can cross over the water below. Now, the first thing the workmen had to do was build the piers for the beams to span across. Now they are building one of the sections of bridge deck. Let's take a look.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Mike. Little by little, they build the road across from one pier to the next.
For space shuttle fans, How Do They Build Spaceships will take you on the ride of your life. Learn what's involved in building the space shuttle and what it takes to fly it.
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Pop, get me out of here!
Mike, hang on! And don't forget to fasten your safety belt!
Pop, this isn't funny. Pop, I don't know how to fly this thing.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Main engine start. 3 engines up and burning.
The red button, Mike!
Where, Pop, where?
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Look for Popular Mechanics for Kids videos wherever videos are sold. We guarantee you'll have truckloads of fun.
How do they build that?
I wonder how they make real skyscrapers. No. Pop, there you are. What are you doing?
Oh, boy. Whew. Hey, thanks. My arm was getting tired. Whew. Uh-oh. They sure didn't build that to code.
Code? What's code?
Well, that's just a technical word that means they didn't plan it out very well. Now, you see that building? That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's in Italy. And the ground they built it on, well, she was too soft to support the weight of the building. So not too long after they built it, it began tilting to one side.
Wow. Is it gonna fall over?
Someday, if they don't do something to help support it.
Cool. I'd love to see that.
Well, you just may get your chance, Buster Brown. Hey, what you building?
Oh, a skyscraper. I was just wondering how you build real skyscrapers, and that's why I went looking for you.
Well, you came to the right guy.
Now, they've come a long way since they built the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Mike. Now, the main difference is that they build skyscrapers out of steel now, not stone. So they're a lot stronger and a lot higher. And look at how strong this guy is, huh? And they can build them a lot taller. Look at him climbing up to the top of that girder. Plus, back when they built the Leaning Tower, they didn't have the big trucks, the cranes, like that truck right there, and the pile drivers we have today. And that makes the job a lot easier, I can tell you that. I mean, just look at all the people and machines that help build skyscrapers.
Wow, Pop, that looks like it's a huge job.
It's a gigantic job. Even with all the big equipment, it still takes hundreds of workmen and women and several years to build a skyscraper. You see how he's smoothing out that cement nice and smooth, huh?
Ugh, what's that slop for?
Well, it's the concrete. That's what holds those blocks together.
Oh, he must have pretty good balance.
He's got balance of steel. That's a reinforced concrete pile. They're gonna pound that right into the ground.
What's the gravel for?
The gravel is used to help support the foundation, Mike. You know, they bring that steel gird over, and they've got themselves a skyscraper.
Wow, that's a lot of people in a long time.
It sure is. But look what comes from all that hard work.
Wow, look at this. Skyscrapers come in all shapes and sizes. When a skyscraper is built, it becomes part of a city's skyline and helps give that city its own personality. This is the tallest building in the world, the Sears Tower in Chicago. It stands 1,454 feet tall and has 110 floors. The World Trade Center towers in New York City, they're the second tallest. Why, they're so high, you can fly around them in a helicopter. Look, Mike, look, you can see the helicopter blades.
Wow, that's cool.
And this is the third tallest, the Empire State Building. It's probably the most famous skyscraper in the entire world. And you know what, Mike? It's my favorite.
That was the best. Let's go check one out.
Okay. One real live construction site coming up.
Hi, my kids, I'm standing at a real live construction site where one day a huge skyscraper will stand. These workmen are building the foundation for a skyscraper. First they excavate, which means they dig a big hole. Then they build the foundation in the hole. The foundation is sort of like the basement of the skyscraper. It supports the weight of the whole building. And to make sure it's strong enough to do that, they have to pound huge pilings into the ground with a giant pile driver. These are the reinforced concrete pilings. They're 120 feet long, and you can see the steel reinforcement rods. Look, they're lifting one of the pilings into place. It takes 2 cranes to do that. Then they have to move it into position. They have to be very careful that it goes into just the right spot. Then they have to start to pound. Here it goes, down into the ground, all the way to the bedrock. After the pilings are all in place, they can pour in the concrete for the foundation. They make sure that the concrete is very smooth. This is Sean. He's going to show us how this backhoe works. Hey, Sean.
How you doing, Mike? This is a two-purpose tractor. We got the bucket on the front, and we got a backhoe on the back. And let's hop in and give it a shot.
Yeah, sure.
Take this lever on the seat and push it all the way back, and spin the seat. All right, first thing we're gonna do is put these stabilizers down. Push them both forward at the same time. We'll give it a little throttle. Go right up with it. Go right up. All right, that's good. To move it this way, you go like that. To move it this way, you go like that, but they're really touchy, okay? You got it, don't you? All right, now go up a little. It's with this one. Go up. All right, center it up. Center the... All right, we're gonna dig a hole right there, so push this out. Okay, now you want to curl the bucket. You use this one here. Okay, that's down. All right, we're gonna go out like that. Down, down. Okay, now curl it. Okay, now up, up. Hold on. Whoa. This way. Now dump it this way. Getting the hang of it. Down. Oh, down. Now curl it. There you go. All right. Now Okay, up. Okay, curl it, curl it. Okay. Dump it.
This is hard.
Go down with this. No, down this way. Over with this one. Oh, let this one off.
Hey, 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 hey! Don't you need some kind of license to operate that thing? Well,
I've never had a chance to see how a real backhoe works before. So how'd I do?
you did okay.
Thanks. So, Pop, there's one thing I'm not clear about. How do all those workmen know what they're doing?
They work from the plans. Here's a set. Nice to see I haven't lost my touch. Well, go on. Come on, take a look at them. Hey, oh.
Look at all these drawings. Yeah. What do they all mean?
A team of architects and engineers helped come up with these plans. Now, the architects decide how the building's going to look, and the engineers figure out how it'll stand up and be sturdy in all kinds of conditions. You know, wind, rain, earthquakes, that kind of stuff.
What are they doing now, Pop?
Well, after they build the foundation of the building, it's time to build the frame. The frame is just like a giant erector set. Steel beams and columns called girders are lifted high into the air by a crane, where they are bolted together to make a huge skeleton of a building.
It is just like a giant erector set, Pop.
I told you. The builders who frame skyscrapers have a very dangerous job because they're up so high. Now, they can't be afraid of heights, and they have to have very good balance.
How tall is this skyscraper gonna be?
Oh, this is a baby skyscraper, Mike. It's going to be 20 stories high. Could you imagine one that they built 100 stories high?
Those steel girders weigh 3.5 tons. So the workmen have to be very careful as the crane lifts the girders into place. Whoa, Pop! Be careful up there!
Is it safe?
Everything's fine, Pop. You're back in the garage. I thought you weren't afraid of heights.
I'm not afraid of little heights, but geez, that was scary. I don't know how those guys do it.
Me neither. They've got safety lines, don't they?
Well, yeah, but still, that's high.
So after the frame is built, what happens next?
Oh, well, they put on the curtain wall.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course. The curtain wall is like the skin of the building. It's all the walls and windows. The windows and walls need to be placed in position, one section at a time. So while the framers continue to frame many stories above, these workmen begin assembling the curtain wall. Using winches, pulleys, and sometimes a crane, they position each window and then secure it in place.
They really do it like that, one section at a time?
Yep.
That must take forever.
I told you, Mike. Building a skyscraper takes a long, long time. See how he's fitting the windows in? And pulling them right into place with the pulleys. Oh, got his hand out just in time. See how that fits in just like a jigsaw puzzle, Mike?
Why is he banging it with that board?
He's just making sure it's in all the way, so it fits right when they weld it in place.
That's bright.
That's why they wear a mask or hide their eyes from the light.
You okay, Pop?
I'm fine. I just gotta practice those landings a little bit. Whew.
So, is the building finished yet?
Oh, no, we still got a lot of work left to do.
What do you mean? Looks finished to me.
No, the outside is finished. But we have a lot of work left to do on the inside. Well, Mike, there's all kinds of electrical wiring that needs to get done. They need to build all the interior walls. The plumbers, they need to put the pipes in place so there can be running water, heat, and air conditioning. And sometimes all this inside work can take just as long as building the frame. See, they have to measure everything so it fits right in place. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot of places to do it in. Here, he's gonna fill in all the seams so when they paint the walls, it'll be nice and smooth. Now, I bet that guy nails about 1,000 nails a day. What do you think, Mike?
And this is a view from the roof of a huge skyscraper.
Building a skyscraper is a really huge job, Mike. But wouldn't it be neat if you could build a building just like this?
How'd they do that?
This is pretty funny, huh? Nah, I was just pulling your leg. We ran the videotape backwards.
That was so cool. So, do you think one day I'll be able to build a real skyscraper, Pop?
Well, what have you learned?
Well, that it takes lots of people who specialize in lots of different things, that everything must be planned out carefully, and then it takes a long, long time.
Yep. You certainly won't be able to build one all by yourself. But you're off to a pretty good start right here. I'll tell you one thing, though. When you put your mind to something, you can do anything you want.
You really think so?
You know I do.
Thanks, Pop.
Hey, anytime. I'll see you later.
See you, Pop.
Wanna know, how do they build that building so high? How do they build that bridge so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? How do they build that building so high? How do they build that bridge so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? In the sky. How do they